Today, we're diving into some ancient wisdom that's surprisingly relevant to our lives today. We're going to look at a story from the teachings of Solomon, a tale that many might dismiss as just an old myth. But it holds powerful lessons that, if applied, can truly change the way we approach challenges. Stay with me because this is going to get really interesting. Imagine this. King Solomon, the wise ruler of Israel, is overseeing the construction of a grand temple in Jerusalem. Among his workers is a young, skilled man, the son of a foreman. But Solomon notices that the young man doesn't look well. He's pale, exhausted, and losing weight despite receiving extra wages and food. Curious, Solomon calls him over to find out what's going on. Now let me ask you, how many times have you seen someone struggling and just ignored it, thinking it's not your problem? How often have you brushed aside someone's pain, thinking they'll figure it out themselves? Drop a comment below if you've ever felt compelled to step in and help someone, even when no one else would. The young man is hesitant at first, but eventually he opens up. He tells Solomon that every night, a strange entity comes to his side, sucks on his thumb, steals his food, and drains his strength. He believes it's an evil spirit. Solomon, being the wise and proactive king he is, doesn't just brush this off as a figment of imagination. He doesn't ignore the situation, he acts. This is an important lesson. How often do we sense something isn't right, but we ignore that gut feeling? Solomon shows us that when you see a problem, you must take action, not wait for it to resolve itself. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something but didn't act on it? What was the result? Share your experiences in the comments. Solomon goes to work. He prays, searches ancient texts, and seeks guidance. Eventually, an angel delivers a magical ring, adorned with a powerful symbol, along with a hidden name, which Solomon uses to protect the young man. The angel explains how to use the ring, empowering the young man to face the spirit tormenting him. And here's where the story gets really intriguing. We all have our demons, don't we? Not necessarily literal ones, but those enormous challenges that feel insurmountable. How many times have you faced a battle, internal or external, that seemed impossible to overcome? Type yes in the chat if you've ever faced something that looked too big to tackle. That night, the young man uses the ring when the demon appears again. But this time, instead of feeling helpless, he confidently throws the ring at the demon and calls on Solomon's name. The demon, named Onias, is immediately shaken. He starts offering treasures and promises to leave, but the young man, resolute, runs straight to Solomon with the demon's offer in hand. Imagine that moment, facing a terrifying entity that's offering you everything to step back. Would you have the strength to do what's right? It's moments like these that truly define who we are. Solomon, once again, steps up. He confronts Onias and forces the demon to reveal its secrets. Solomon then commands the demon to work for the good of the temple, binding him to help in the construction. Solomon doesn't stop there. Using the demon Onias, he summons an even greater force, Beelzebul, the prince of demons. This is where things get truly wild. Solomon, far from merely addressing the immediate problem, takes control of the root of the chaos. Instead of letting the forces of disorder destroy him, he turns them into allies. Solomon uses his wisdom to not just deal with the problem at hand, but to bring the source of the disturbance under his control. Have you ever had to turn an enemy into an ally? Tell me in the comments how you did it and what that experience taught you. When Beelzebul, a demon of immense power, arrives, filled with anger and fury, Solomon remains calm and in control. He orders Beelzebul and other demons to work on the temple. In doing so, Solomon extracts critical information from each demon, learning about their abilities, weaknesses, and secrets. Solomon doesn't just conquer these demons, he uses their power for good, turning the forces of chaos into tools for creation and progress. This is leadership at its finest. This is a masterclass in control. Solomon faces chaotic forces head-on, bends them to his will, and uses them to build something far greater than himself. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to regain control over something completely chaotic? How did you handle it? Drop a comment below and let's discuss. The demons Solomon faces are varied. Some are terrifying, others are bizarre, but Solomon doesn't flinch. He binds them, assigns them tasks, and accelerates the temple's construction. His kingdom flourishes as a result, and he becomes a symbol of wisdom, strength, and power. But here's the takeaway. True strength isn't just about how hard you hit. It's about how well you can take a hit and keep going. Solomon's story is a reminder that we all face unimaginable challenges, but how we respond to them shapes who we are. Power is not just about control. It's about justice too. One day, an elderly man approaches Solomon, claiming that his son is mistreating him. Initially, Solomon is ready to judge the son, but the demon Ornias, now serving Solomon, reveals the truth. The old man was deceiving Solomon. The son dies, proving Ornia's words true. Solomon uses the demon's knowledge to ensure that true justice is served. This teaches us that justice isn't about making quick judgments. It's about uncovering the truth, no matter how hidden it might be. Have you ever had to dig deep to uncover the truth in a situation? Share your experiences in the comments below. As Solomon's reputation grows, King Adonis of Arabia reaches out, asking for help with a destructive wind. Solomon sends his servant with a magic ring to capture the wind demon and restore peace. Solomon's wisdom and power bring prosperity to his kingdom, showing how one decision, one action, can have a massive impact on the course of events. Have you ever made a choice that completely changed your life? Let me know in the comments. And here's the most important part of the story, even Solomon, the wisest and most powerful king of his time, was not immune to temptation. Despite his vast knowledge, Solomon succumbed to the charms of a foreign woman, and this led him to worship her gods. This act caused his wisdom and glory to begin to crumble. Solomon's downfall teaches us that no matter how powerful or successful we become, we must remain grounded and true to our principles. This is a universal lesson. It doesn't matter how high you rise in life, you must never lose sight of your values. Stay true to who you are and the principles that guide you, no matter what temptations or distractions may arise. Finally, it's crucial to recognize that the true battle often lies within. Mastering your internal struggles is just as important, if not more so, than conquering external challenges. Have you ever faced doubts or fears that threatened to derail your progress? How did you overcome them? What inner strength did you draw upon to stay focused? Share your stories below so that we can learn from each other. The key takeaway from Solomon's story is that true mastery over the world around you begins with mastering yourself. It's about discipline, vigilance, and never compromising your values, no matter what. Solomon's rise and fall teach us that power without wisdom is empty, but wisdom without integrity is dangerous. So, take control of your destiny, stay true to your principles, and never lose sight of what really matters. If you found this discussion valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with others who might benefit from it, and make sure to subscribe. Let's build a community of empowered individuals who can learn from one another. And hey, if you have any thoughts, questions, or personal experiences, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. Stay sharp, stay wise, and continue to grow. Until next time, keep striving and learning.